Hello and welcome to my first ever speed painting on YouTube. My name is Sophie and I'm a 19-year-old self-taught artist. I make original paintings dealing with environmental topics, animal protection and species conservation, as these are very important topics to me. Additionally, I create human and pet portraits, far more pet portraits to be honest, as well as mural paintings and some illustration projects, but just on the side. I'm super excited I finally got to film the whole painting process for an animal portrait without having to fill up gaps because the camera just didn't work again. And I thought I'd tell you a bit about my process of painting while you're watching this. So just to set you straight, I am personally not experienced in this, and I think it's just not a high quality speed painting, and also I'm not used to talking English, especially on camera, so I'm sorry for any mistakes and for just sounding unprofessionally. But you guys voted on Instagram that I should do the voiceover in English, so yeah, here it is. As you can see, I started off with a dark primed canvas. I usually buy canvases that are already stretched and primed since I never learned how to do that, and honestly it wouldn't have any benefit for me or my art to do it myself. If anything, it would probably mean that I had to store all the materials, and my canvases would probably end up having lower quality than if I just bought them ready to paint on. Anyway, although these canvases are already primed, I usually add another layer or two of acrylics. Firstly, this is because even pre-primed canvases seem to absorb way more liquid than if I just prime them again, which makes painting a lot less comfortable if they do. So the brushstroke is very scratchy then, and that's just a horrible feeling. Secondly, I hardly ever start painting onto a white canvas. This is for two reasons. First, do you know the term of the canvas syndrome? This is just when you paint straight onto a white canvas, then you're blinded by white and you think that every color you apply is darker than it really is. So you might apply green, for example, and think, oh my gosh, this is way too dark, I have to make it lighter, when in reality, as soon as you're building more and more tonal values and more colors, the color just looks right. Yeah, that's one reason. And secondly, my technique just doesn't work on white. As you can see, I'm starting with white paint, and white onto white just isn't going to have any cool effect. So for this painting, I chose to go for a darker foundation made of black, red, blue and a bit of white acrylics, just because it's showing a night scene, and yeah, I thought it would fit. So I've talked a lot about priming now. After priming, I transferred the motif onto the canvas, which I used a grid for this time. I often do that for pet portraits, or if I already have a super fine sketch in my sketchbook which I want to transfer, but also I often just draw it without any grids or measurement methods or stuff like that. So then I go in with white paint and build up layer after layer. You might be wondering why I'm doing this, and to be honest, I can't explain it in this video in detail because it would just take too long, but that's just my technique. I've been using this technique for almost a year now, and I have to say I just love it. It suits my painting so much better than starting off with color right away, and it gives the painting a different look in the end. Although I'm going in with color afterwards, it's just a different kind of feeling to it. Also, going in with white paint at first just gives me the freedom to experiment a bit and to adjust the tonal values again and again, and really focus on values and contrast before going in with color. So that also enables me to work without reference images for many parts of my paintings. So of course I've got a reference image for the rabbit here, because I can't just tell the owner, oh, I'm gonna imagine your rabbit and paint it. No, that doesn't work. But I've painted the whole background without reference images, and just think I would struggle a lot more if I would use color right away. So that way I can really focus on shapes and values and contrast at first, and just do the color later. So that's it for the basic steps of my underpainting. I'm going to share my coloring process in another video with you, and I hope you learned a bit, or I don't know, had a bit of fun. I certainly did while painting, and a bit also while doing the speed painting, although it's just so weird to talk on camera. Anyway, if you've got any feedback for me, if you just say, oh, please Sophie, don't do a voiceover next time because I can't listen to your voice anymore. Or if you say, well, I'd like more speed paintings, or well, I'd like a video of you explaining your technique in more detail, or I'd like, I don't know, anything. Just let me know. I would be super curious, and yeah, please just give me some feedback, because it feels super odd to talk on camera, and I think I'm just the weirdest person ever doing this. So please just tell me if that's really the case, and if it is, it's okay for me. Just let me know.